Hey, so it's Coach Glam here. Just gonna do a short video to remind you of something that you already know, but that you might not be practicing, or that you might not even know, but I think you already know it somewhere deep down inside. And that is that we as human beings are often not really honest with ourselves. What do I mean by that? I mean that a lot of times where we are in our life, on our journeys, all of them is somehow based on how truthful we are to ourselves. And a lot of times we make excuses for ourselves rather than really just being honest with ourselves. Now you have to be honest about where you really are. For instance, you know, with fitness, there's some people and you say to them, okay, you want to do this program and get fit. And the person is going to say to you, oh, I used to do this and I used to do that and I'm a very active person. Meanwhile, this person has actually not done anything physically active really for the last 5 years, and they know this. But because they had always planned to get back there, they kind of see themselves in that space. And that's a good thing in the sense that it's not that they were never in the space and they have plans to get back there, but it's a bad thing because they're not being truthful or realistic about where they really are. And because of not being fully truthful about where they are and what the issue really is, they might not be able to tackle that issue. It's the same thing with doing positive affirmations without actually making positive changes in your life. You can say things like, oh, I am peace, I am a queen, I am lovely, I'm this, I'm that, I am becoming this and I'm becoming that. If you have not made the changes in your life, it will not happen no matter how much you say it, no matter how much you say you're calling it, speaking it into being. If you are not walking the walk, how you talk does not matter, because the main thing is effort. And this is something true in all aspects of our lives. It's something true with our spirituality, with our family life and our personal life and so on. But it's especially true in the case of a fitness and a wellness journey. At the end of the day, it's all good to be positive. That is important because we know stress kills. So the opposite of stress, which is being happy and stuff like that, is going to heal. But it can only do so if it's coming from a genuine place. And so, especially like for the shapeshifters, who this video is really for, but for anybody who ends up watching it, you're doing a cleanse, you're on the hard part, and you feel like, oh, I should quit this. But remember something, the reason why this is so hard, number one, is because you're not accustomed to it. And then the other thing about it is, how many times have you eaten too much, or not rested enough, or done something on the other side of the spectrum? Many, many times. So sometimes you have to put things in balance. So sometimes you're going to have to eat a little less, diet a little more. Watch what you're putting in a little bit more. Sometimes you're going to have to do a little bit more physical activity because there were too many days when you didn't do any physical activity. Sometimes you're going to have to sleep and not stay up and watch that movie or work late or whatever because you've been doing that too much and your life is out of balance and you are currently a result of your lifestyle. And if you want to change, you need that lifestyle to change. A lot of us want results, but we don't want what it takes to get them, which means we don't really want them, because any result has a journey attached to it. And any result that does not have a journey attached to it is not going to be permanent or long-lasting. So today I want to encourage you to tell the truth to yourself about where you are, about where you fell short, and about where you are strong. It is not important to bash yourself or to be angry with yourself, but it is important, very, very important, to be honest so that you can move forward. The whole idea of getting an assessment is to look at where you are. The whole idea of taking a before picture is to look at where you are. You will hear people say things like, oh, I don't want pictures, oh, I don't care about that, I just want to be healthy, I just want... Any journey that you take will be more beneficial to you when you know exactly where you're starting from, so that you can see exactly how far you have gone. Even if that's not the focal point for you, you are your before picture, and as you go on your journey, you are becoming your after. And it's good to have a note of where you started from. Sometimes we don't even remember how far we've come. So have a great day. Keep pushing, keep trying. Understand, trust the process, believe. It's not forever, but you are going to see changes. You are going to develop yourself. You are going to get somewhere, as long as you're honest enough to admit where you are, so that you can make a proper effort to get where you need to be. Blessings. exactly, accept the process for what it is, and move forward. At the end of the day, there are going to be times when things don't go how you want them to go and how you did plan them to go, and it's going to be harder than you thought. But you know what, some things are easier than you thought too. People don't look at that. Nobody is saying nothing, and people don't like to look at that sometimes things are going to be easier than you thought. Sometimes, and like with my clients and stuff, it's like sometimes you ate more food than you were supposed to. So don't sit down and kill yourself and complain and bring out yourself over the fact that sometimes you're eating less. You're just creating balance in your life again. You know what I mean? And sometimes you stayed up too late. So it's okay to rest now. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem, is that people get accustomed to their lifestyle of a lack of balance, and they think this is how it's supposed to be, and it is killing them. So they want this different result, but they're not willing to go through what is necessary in order to get to stage 2 or stage 3 or level 5 and then on top of it, when they have people who are at a higher level than they are, they vex instead of admiring that person. Mentally, some people are stronger than other people, and you will hear people say things like, I am stubborn, or I am this, or I am that. Yeah, you will have people that are so proud of their strong-headedness, right? But yet unable to use it in a way that can actually benefit them.
But they can't. They don't know how to use it because they never.
They're using it in ways that obviously are not helping them.